The Whistler on Ogba Road. Everybody in our town knew the warning. If you hear whistling at night on Ogba Road, close your windows and don't answer. I always thought it was just a tale to scare children, until the night I learned the truth. It was the last Friday of the month and I was returning late from my uncle's place after a family meeting. The street was quiet, too quiet. Even the usual suya man by the junction had packed up early. I walked fast, clutching my nylon bag tighter. My slippers slapped against the wet ground. It had rained heavily earlier, and the air smelled of wet sand and earth. Halfway down Ogba Road, I heard it, whistling, low, tuneless, wandering through the air like smoke. I froze. It was close, but when I looked around, the street was empty. The only lights were the dim yellow bulbs flickering from a few houses. I quickened my pace. The whistling followed. Faster now, louder. I broke into a run, heart hammering against my ribs. My slippers splashed through puddles, the whistling chasing me like a shadow. When I reached my gate, I banged it hard, shouting for my younger brother to open. No answer. The whistling was right behind me now, almost in my ear. Desperate, I climbed the small fence barefoot, ignoring the cuts and scrapes. As I tumbled into the compound, I dared to glance back. For a split second, only a second, I saw him. A tall, thin figure standing at the edge of the street. His face hidden under a wide hat, body wrapped in something that looked like black cloth. And though his mouth wasn't moving, the whistling continued, louder than ever. I scrambled into the house, slamming the door shut and bolting it. My brother looked up from the chair, surprised. "Why you dey shout like that?" he asked. "You no hear the whistling?" He frowned. "Whistling? I no hear anything." My mouth went dry. That night, sleep refused to come. I kept hearing faint whistling outside my window, even when I buried my head under my pillow. Morning finally came, and I thought it was over. Until I went outside. Across the wall of our compound, written in something dark and sticky, was a message. "Next time, answer me." My legs nearly gave out. I didn't tell my brother. I didn't tell anyone. I just stayed indoors for a whole week, refusing to even step into our yard after sunset. Later, I learned from old Mama Esther, who sold a cara near the junction, that once you hear the whistler and don't answer him, he marks you. The only way to break the curse was to leave something for him at the crossroads at midnight. 3 wraps of pounded yam and palm oil, and a mirror turned upside down. I didn't waste time. That same night, I prepared everything and left it at the abandoned crossroads, praying, harder than I ever had. When I placed the mirror on the ground, the air grew cold and the whistling started again, this time soft and distant. I didn't look back. I ran home, locked all the doors, and waited. Morning came, and for the first time in days, the street was filled with normal sounds. Hawkers shouting, children playing, generators humming. The whistler was gone. But sometimes, late at night when I pass Ogba Road, I still feel eyes watching me from the shadows. And in the faintest breeze, if I listen carefully, I can hear a ghostly tune whistling through the air. I never walk alone at night anymore. Because here in Nigeria we know, not every sound you hear in the dark is meant for your ears.